She already knows it builds her up to knock her down. It builds her up and take her higher and higher today. She doesn't like the games he plays. She acts like everything's okay. She doesn't want to walk away. Her time is running out. Her time is running out. Her time is running out. Her time is gone. It builds her up to knock her down. It builds her up and take her higher and higher today. She doesn't like the games he plays. She acts like everything's okay. She doesn't want to walk away.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Clint. We are back for another episode of Versus. Today we have one hell of a show. Let's see it. Boom! We've got Inglourious Bastards versus Rogue One. And man, I am fired up about today's show. Oh boy. Rogue One. Super. Maybe my favorite Star Wars movie since Return of the Jedi. Man. And Inglourious Bastards, which has disappeared again. Well, that's weird. Definitely weird. Inglourious Bastards disappearing again. Well, sir,
The Phantom Chair took it.
it is. We're having ghost issues today in the
Around Halloween time. Yeah.
I guess so. So here we're gonna try that again. How about this? Inglourious Bastards. Boom! There it is. There's the poster. The famous poster in Inglourious Bastards. Holy crap, man! What a fun lineup to put up against each other. You and I were talking, and we're like, hey, man, we should do something against Rogue One. Rogue One's coming. We got Andor coming up very soon. So what could we put up against Rogue One? And we're thinking, okay, Star Trek. What kind of other movies? Sci-fi? And then I thought about it, and I'm like, hey, man, this is a war movie. This is espionage and war. And why not put it up against another war movie? You know? And
Yeah.
yeah, you know, I think it would be a little weird to put this up against a real war movie, because it's like, you know, you don't want to put this up against Saving Private Ryan, because that's like real, and you know, and you can't ask who's the real villain here when you're dealing with real world events and sci-fi. But we thought this was fun. Inglourious Basterds is fiction based on reality, but it's a fiction. So we thought this is perfect. So how about you, man? Did you have a good time watching these movies? And you know, I know we briefly spoke earlier how we were both reminded how good Rogue One is. I hadn't seen Inglourious Basterds since the theater. I had a really good time watching that. How about you, man?
Yeah, I absolutely did. I hadn't seen Rogue One or Inglourious Bastards in a good long time, and I'm so glad we got to rewatch them. And it's kind of neat because it, like, without talking, it's just sitting around talking about it, we wouldn't have come up with this comparison. And when you do, there's, you know, a lot going on there that you can compare. Besides what we're gonna do right now, just like the themes and stuff like that. It's a lot closer than anybody that saw this comparison would think to begin with.
Yeah, and we're going to use our scientific uh our scientific test to
Design, yes.
yeah, this is scientifically designed to determine the superior movie. Never fails. It's always right. It's amazing. We spent minutes writing out the questions, and holy
Minutes
smokes.
after minutes.
Hey, we got people in the chat. We got Jedi Master
We do.
EJ. Yes. And Bobby didn't do her homework this week. She didn't watch she didn't watch the movies. It's all good. It's all good, Bobby. If you've seen them, cool. If not, you got something to look forward to because these are both great movies.
Very good movie. Yeah.
Take a guess which one Jedi Master EJ is going to be voting for.
Inglourious Bastards.
Of course.
Come on.
Of course. Yeah. Well, cool, man. Well, let's get into it. You guys know the rules. Oh, well, you want to do some I guess I'm jumping ahead of myself. We're supposed to do the synopsis. The synopsi, right? Synopses. So we got Rogue One, a Star Wars story, is a 2016 American epic space opera directed by Gareth Edwards. The screenplay is by Chris Wise, and Tony Gilroy is from a story by John Knoll and Gary Whitta. Tony Gilroy actually came in and saved this movie. For those who don't know, the movie was pretty much done, and they were like, yeah, this isn't working. And so they got Tony Gilroy showed up and basically repaired the movie. He edited a lot of stuff and really fixed it. And he's the one who's the showrunner for Andor. But I'm curious what it was like before. But they I don't know if he did reshoots or if he edited it, did an edit of this movie. But he basically saved this to the point where some people like to say it's directed by Tony Gilroy. I don't think that's fair. I think if somebody does a good job, and all those performances that are in that movie are fantastic, and so I think maybe they just needed a couple of twists and turns and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's I can't imagine, dude, the pressure of doing a Star Wars movie. You've got the pressure of the fans, the studio, making a good movie, and then also, I feel like a collaboration between gifted people is almost better. You know what I mean? You do need a quarterback, but I mean, like you can only write so good or direct so good, and to get somebody else that's also good, and sometimes they could screw up a good thing, but sometimes like this, magic came out of it. So I think it's pretty cool. Oh,
for sure. Yeah, I wasn't aware of that. That's really cool.
Yes, sir. So it was produced by Lucasfilm and distributed by Walt Disney Pictures. There you go. And let's take a look at Inglourious Bastards. All right. Inglourious Bastards is a 2009 war film written and directed by Quentin Tarantino, starring Brad Pitt, Christopher Waltz, Michael Fassbender, Eli Roth, Diane Kruger, Daniel Bruhl, Till Schweiger, and Melanie Laurent. And what a cast, and what a bunch of talented actors. Well, like, again, both of these movies were so good, and it was nice watching these movies again. Makes me want to go watch some more Tarantino movies, because it's like he's got such, even in a war movie, he's got his weird thing with a lot of dialogue and just a swagger to it. So let's go to the point screen. Points, bam. We still got sharks and tornadoes from last week. So we're just gonna leave these alone and keep doing that. All right.
So real quick,
on
IMDb, Inglourious has an 8.3 out of 10, while Rogue One is sitting at a 7.8 out of 10. On Rotten Tomatoes, Inglourious has an 89 critic score, audience 88 critic score, while Rogue has an 84 critic score and an 86 critic score. The budget for Inglorious was 70 million, and it made 316 million, which is 4.5 times its budget. The budget for Rogue One was 232 million. It made 1 billion, but it's still only 4.3 times its budget. So there's some numbers for you. I'm a math teacher, so love my numbers.
So which one was a greater success?
I mean, technically, according to what I have, Inglorious made more money per seat. Just barely, but yeah.
Yeah, but if you tally it up at the end, the would you rather have 2.5 million, two and a half hundred million, or 700 million?
Well, yeah. Overall, the Rogue One definitely made. Yeah.
I'll spend more if I'm going to make way more. But yeah, as far as percentages go, that's cool. I always love that. I love that when an indie movie, which I know Quentin Tarantino is, that's not an indie movie. He's big time. But when like A24, they're the ones that make all those horror movies. When they make those movies and they're like $70 million to make their movie, and then they turn around and make a buttload of money out of it, it makes me happy because I like that. I think that's cool.
Yeah, for sure. Me too.
Oh,
Absolutely.
sure. Well, let's jump to points.
We got Mel in the chat. Welcome, Mel.
Well, hello, Mel. I have hots. You got the hots for Diego de Luna? Why does he always die? I don't know. Diego de Luna is badass. Let's do some trivia real quick. What do we got here? Okay, Gareth Edwards and his creative team discovered some old film canisters while rummaging around the Lucasfilm warehouse. When he asked what they were, an employee said they were old Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope footage. The discovery led to, what? I would just lose it right there. I'd have a seizure and crap my pants. The discovery led to the inclusion of the discovery led to the inclusion of unused Episode 4 material featuring Red Leader and Gold Leader in this movie. How badass is that? That's so cool. God. Okay, R2D2 and C3PO have a brief cameo, making Anthony Daniels the only actor to appear in every movie. He appeared as another character in Solo. Wow. Diego Luna. This one's for Mel. I just had if we made a hiding place for Mel to hide. Just kidding. Sorry. Diego Luna, who plays Cassian Andor, improvised K2SO slap across the face on the Jedha. And Alan Tudyk improvised the line, and there's a fresh one. Okay. So that whole scene, if you don't remember that scene, don't worry, we're playing that clip. But Diego Luna improvised that, and the voice actor improvised based on the slap, which is cool, because these guys are acting with nobody there, and they're like, oh, and that's super cool. I'm getting more excited than anybody about these trivia things here. Okay. Anthony Daniels was jokingly disgruntled that Alan Tudyk was allowed to play K2SO in the relative comfort of a motion capture suit, whereas Daniels had to endure years of discomfort and injuries in the C-3PO costume. Daniels laughingly cursed at Tudyk after Rogue One's premiere. Tudyk later said that a "F you" from Daniels was one of the highest compliments that he had ever received. Awesome.
I agree.
All right. Okay. Darth Vader's appearance in this film is meticulously patterned after his look in the original Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, 1977, while Vader's chest plate is uncovered in Star Wars Episode 5. The Empire Strikes Back, 1980, and Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. His costume initially had his Sith robes draped over his shield. as well as red lenses in the eye holes of his mask. Considering this film takes place mere days before the original film, the costume designers recreated Vader's look down to the last detail. That's super cool because
Wow.
I
Yeah.
was looking at those details and how simple the chest plate was and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Badass. Um, the footage, and also, I can't tell you how exciting it was to be in the theater at the end of this movie and to realize I didn't know it was going to lead up into episode 4, and all of a sudden I'm watching this and I was like, this looks familiar, and all of a sudden I was like, like when I realized, like, this is this like, because that goes from my toddler years of my
Yeah.
life watching Star Wars, and I was like, I feel like I've been here before. It's weird, and then to realize what was happening, I was so excited in this movie. So cool.
Hmm.
Not to mention Vader, but we're going to get into that. But let's talk about some Inglourious Bastards. Um, let's see. Do you have any trivia for that up? Or I've got some if you don't.
Yeah, I do. Some of it I'm going to save for some arguments later on, but it says Quentin Tarantino worked on the script for almost a decade. Let's see. So in a roundtable discussion with Brad Pitt and Quentin Tarantino, Tarantino said that Till Schweiger, now this is the person who plays Stiglitz, had previously refused to put on a Nazi uniform for a film role, largely due to being born and raised in Germany and his very real hatred for anything Nazi related. When Schweiger was told he'd brutally kill a Nazi in every scene he wore in the uniform, he happily agreed to play the part of Hugo Stiglitz.
Oh, that's awesome.
And one of the Jewish names carved into the Bear Jew's bat is Anne Frank. This is Tarantino's highest grossing film since Pulp Fiction. Although it's fictional, it is inspired on a lot of real stories. One of them being Operation Green Up, and there's a whole half a page on that. But apparently, there's a History Channel documentary called "The Real Inglourious Bastards" that you can watch and check that out. And Leonardo DiCaprio was the first choice for Colonel Hans Landa, but Tarantino decided that a German-speaking actor should play the part. And then, of course, DiCaprio was in Tarantino's next film, Django Unchained. There's a lot of there's a lot in here. But yeah, some of it I'm saving for later on in trivia or for arguments later. But there's a good bit here.
Daniel Bruhl admitted after the film he was released that he wasn't perfectly for those who don't know who Daniel Bruhl is, that's Nemo from Zemo, not Nemo, from Nemo from Finding Nemo. Daniel Bruhl Finding Zemo would be a fun movie. Daniel Bruhl admitted after the film was released that he wasn't perfectly fluent in French at the time of his casting, and when Quentin Tarantino asked him to speak lines in French to hear what it sounded like, he would sometimes bluff by mixing French with Spanish, betting correctly that Tarantino wouldn't notice. When Bruhl received the translated version of the script, he was able to perfect his French delivery. Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, dude. If you can't, like my dad always said, if you can't dazzle them with brilliance, baffle them with bullshit. That's what my dad used to say.
It is pretty amazing watching this movie with the several different languages and seeing how bastardized English is, like recognizing so much from the German and the French and the Italian that they speak. And like the cognates are so obvious, that English just was kind of cobbled together by all these languages, and it's pretty neat.
Yeah. And all these languages are all from around the same region, so it makes sense. I mean, it's Europe. It's not that big. It's the size of Texas. So I mean, what I mean. Look, yeah. little countries. All right, well, let's do this. Let's get into it. Points. Each movie has 1 point because it helps me with production. Here we go. Cast. Who had a better cast? Who had the best cast?
I think I got this one. I think Inglourious has this one. Inglourious Bastards has Brad Pitt, Eli Roth, Christoph Waltz, Daniel Bruhl, B.J. Novak.
I don't even think I don't even think you even have to read anymore. Like that's
Yeah, I mean,
the cast is phenomenal.
yeah. And a lot of the people that like I wouldn't know their name, but you see them and you're like, oh, that guy's in everything. Like, you know, that guy's awesome in everything. You know, at the same time. So,
come on now,
Sharky.
come on, Sharky. Yeah, it's like it's zero.
And
it's like no contest.
yeah, I mean, Rogue One had you know, you'd had Forrest Whitaker, but his role was tiny. Had Donnie Yen and a Diego de Luna, and you know, like all of the Star Wars mainstays. But just, I mean, yeah, in a gravitas sense, Inglourious has got that one kind of in the bag. And at the same time,
I'm looking for the.
um,
Man, hold on a second. I'm looking for.
the final for
It wouldn't let
final
me.
cut.
It wouldn't let me do a Nazi emoji on here. I'm just kidding.
Well, that's kind of okay. I was about to say,
You're like, Jesus,
Shark-
Clint, what's wrong? What the hell's wrong with you?
sharks are fine, dude. Sharks are fine.
I put a fist there.
All right.
There we go. You're like, holy cow.
I gotta. What's that, honey? Oh, okay.
I gotta go. How about acting? Who has better acting?
Go ahead.
We got some clips here.
That's a tough one. That's
I
tough.
know.
Yeah.
Buongiorno. Grazie. Si. Gretto. Gorlami. Gorlami. Gorlami.
That's some good acting. Jeez Louise.
That was not for acting, but that'll work.
For some reason it was there. Let's see here. This guy was great.
Search the house.
This actor, and this is just a little clip, but that actor is fantastic. There's a lot of great cast members in the Rogue One cast, but I think I think we got to go with Inglourious Bastards on this.
Well, there was another. Do you have another one for acting?
I don't. That's the only
Okay.
one. I don't know if my
Right.
I think my clips got mixed up or something.
Okay.
What was the other one?
It was the scene basically where she is invited to dinner with Goebbels and his wife, and then when Landa sits down, I mean, it was chopped up to hell because I had to cut it so much. But
Here, let's see
when-
here. I got it.
and-
I got you. Hold on a sec. Bear with me 1 second here. That's not the scene, but this is. Hold on. Don't look at that ugly thing. This.
Emmanuel, voici le colonel SS Landa.
Cigarette. Elles sont allemandes. Autre chose que je voulais vous
He was so good in
demander.
this.
yeah,
À ce soir.
Yeah, she was fantastic as well.
yeah, and it's like about this scene, like it's so intense, and so like I almost wanted to pick it for butt pucker, but there were so many scenes you could pick for that question. Like he's so great in it, but at the same time too, she's eating dinner with the guy who murdered her family, and there's little things, and I showed him there, but out of context, it doesn't fit. Like the fact that he orders her this, beautiful, amazing looking German strudel. She eats one bite of it to say because she can't, refuse it. Then he makes a point. These are the German cigarettes and blah blah blah. She takes one drag because she can't refuse. Like she wants nothing to do with the German food, the German cigarettes. Like she's so disgusted, and at the same time she's holding all this in because she's like having to be polite and eat dessert with the fucker that murdered her family. Like it's an incredible.
Also,
scene.
he orders her milk, and it
Right.
and it
And
made me
yes.
wonder if that was like he orders espresso for himself, and then he orders her milk. And I'm like, is that to say like, hey, remember me being in your the house that you were hiding in on the dairy farm, and I asked for milk and drank milk and all that, and it was like just to remind her of the milk, like I wondered that, I don't know if it was like, hey, milk goes great with the dessert, or remember the milk,
And well, because he's obviously incredibly intelligent, and like too that scene. There's a tiny little clip of it, but he stares at her for a good 30 seconds with that face, and it's just like so intense. Like, and that's the thing with the milk. It's like you can kind of tell he can't put it together, but his brain's working. Like So
Do you
I
think
thought the same thing.
do you think he knew that she was who she was, or do you think he suspected, or do you think
Yeah, I think he suspected, and like I said, his brain just couldn't put it together because he never got a good look at her or anything. But
Yeah.
he just, yeah.
wild and
I definitely
crazy,
don't
man?
think he knew. Yes.
Well, so I think I think we're gonna say acting goes to which movie?
Yeah. I would say Bastards.
I would too. Oops, that's the wrong thing. Points, Clint. Bam. All right.
Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me.
There we go. All right. On to the next one. Ta-da! Characters. Which one had the best characters? Inglourious Bastards.
My name is Lieutenant Aldo Rain. You got heard about the bear, you.
New-York allemand. Ils feront peut-être un film sur vos exploits.
We order 3 glasses.
The German's nickname for me is the little man.
Bingo! How fun! Call up a Hammerhead Corvette. I have an idea.
That's it. That was it. I mean, Rogue One is all about it's more the dull characters than the normal Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like the most no, there were great characters. You've got all of the guys. I mean, you've got Saw Gerrera. It is awesome. I mean, Cassian Andor. That's a generic male heroic guy, and Jyn Erso is the typical strong adventurous woman, daughter, going on an adventure. So those are normal characters, but you got like K2SO, that droid, hilarious. The pilot that brought the information. He was an interesting character, and the Donnie Yen, his character, the blind, protector of the Jedi temple, or the Wills. That guy, his buddy with the big gun, those guys were awesome characters, and it's like Star Wars is. I mean, that's what Star Wars is all about: is having interesting personalities and characters. So it's
And I would agree. Like that's because I was thinking back to we were talking about who's your favorite droid a couple weeks ago, and I don't know, K2SO might be up there now. Like he's more serious than the other ones, but he still brings out the comedy. He was just awesome.
Yeah, he's definitely up there. Man, Lando's droid is really good too. Who is voiced by I think Brienne of Tarth. No, it's not. She's not voiced by her. I don't know. Maybe she is. Maybe I don't remember. But that was in Solo. I think
I never got around to seeing Solo.
that was Solo. I don't even remember which one it is now. But anyway, we're going off. I want to say Inglourious Bastards wins this just because the whole cast was so over the top. It's almost not a fair fight in a Tarantino movie because every character is an over the top character that just screams, "Hi, look at me! I'm an interesting character." I mean, that's Tarantino's thing. That's
there
what he
really
does.
are no there's no throwaway characters in a Tarantino movie, really. So, yeah, we got another one for Bastards.
Damn bastard, you're cleaning up. Cleaning up.
And Mel says, "I feel like this isn't a fair contest." Don't worry, don't worry.
It's always a fair contest. It always comes back. It always swings back. The pendulum of excellence always swings back.
Unless you're Deep Impact.
Yes.
But otherwise, it always swings back. Poor Deep Impact.
Deep Impact. I got that in the bargain bin at Dreamers when I was 21. Let's see here. Okay, character. We just did characters. Just kidding. I tried to say that as subtly as possible. All right. Do we have a hate ruined?
I remember it being
character?
much better.
I don't think there's a hate ruined character, so I'm gonna skip that one.
I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, I tried to think about it, but I don't think so. For either film.
Who had the best story? Oh boy. Here's a
De quoi parlons-nous?
De remplir le cinéma nazi et de le détruire par le feu.
Down with Hitler. We have all our rotten eggs in one basket. The objective of Operation Kino? Blow up the basket.
Well, I don't have a video for this category, but I will say the most successful, maybe favorite. Quit trying to lean your head on me, dude. The most successful movie of all times, the most popular story in the human history, like in human history, is Star Wars. And the original Star Wars is the one that did it all. We all know that story. And this is the story that leads up to how they got the information. Just the fact that somebody thought this up to make this movie in the first place makes me happy. What a fantastic story. And the idea, like, you could say, oh, yeah, you got a giant weapon like that. You got a hole this big to destroy it. What a weak writing. You know what I mean? That's and like, but dude, if somebody put that there on purpose, and that's how the rebels won.
You basically saved, yeah.
They basically saved Star Wars when they wrote this. Is basically it. I mean, what a story. And the idea that his daughter escapes and then he releases the information. It's just a compelling tale. The whole thing is a fantastic story, especially being so deep rooted in Star Wars as I am. Like, that's one of my first things that I became a fan of. I think the story of Inglourious Bastards is an interesting story and a fun story and super well told. But as far as a better story, I'm gonna give this one a Rogue One. I think they nailed it with this. Like,
yeah. Tarantino movies are kind of, I don't want to say weak story wise, but they're character driven movies. I mean, the whole plot of this, the whole story was let's kill some Nazis, and there were 3 different storylines basically about that. You know, the same story for 3 different plot lines, and it was told, like you said, it was told very well. The characters were very good, but that's kind of it. Whereas with Rogue One, it's a good story on its own,
Mhm.
But like you said, being able to fit it in there and make it work spectacularly well, um, as a direct lead in to episode 4, and we talked about it, basically fix a plot hole, a 30-year or 40-year-old plot hole. Uh, it was, I mean, yeah, Rogue One, the story is definitely better in my opinion.
Yeah, me too. I'm giving it to them. Now, if we were talking about better dialogue, we could have a completely different
Oh, yeah.
conversation. But as far as stories, I'm giving it to Rogue One also. So there we go. Making a comeback.
Storm's coming. Storm's coming, bastards.
Hope you're ready. Oh boy. I'm gonna put a
I will say what I wanted to mention in that last clip, when we were talking about acting earlier as well. That British guy is Mike Myers. Like, if you didn't know,
yeah.
like that British guy is like I didn't even notice it like the first maybe 2 times I watched it, and then something kind of clicked, and I was like, "Is that?" And I was like, "That can't be." And I looked it up, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's
Yep.
freaking Wayne!"
So good. Let's see here. Well, what about the musical score? Come on, man.
I don't know. I mean, this one's kind of tough too. Star Wars is almost always going to win, but Tarantino's pretty damn good at music, man. To be honest,
That's true.
like, and even the brr, 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 and just like that scene with Landa, and it's like boom, 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 boom. He's pretty damn good at music. But to be like,
You know what? I'm gonna say this too. Now, when they cut into boom, 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 da, 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 any kind of thing like that, clearly, you cutting some John Williams written music into the thing. I'm gonna side with John Williams every day, all day for 100. But there is something about the Rogue One thing going up on the screen, and it's like, it's supposed to sound like Star Wars ish music, but to me it doesn't sound like Star Wars. It's like, ba, 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 ba. It could have been, you could have thrown the MacGyver theme song in there. Ba, 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 Rogue One, and so like, and I remember that coming up on the screen and just kind of chuckling, and I was like, man, this is some non-familiar. If I'd seen this a million times, that I might be like, yeah, dude, the Rogue One song, but I haven't seen that a million times. I've seen it like 3 times. So
yeah, for original music, Rogue One might not make it, but since
I'm not even dogging that song. I'm not saying the Rogue One theme sucks or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, it's not like comparing Return of the Jedi's music to this. This is like an offshoot, you know what I mean? Like,
or even episode 1, like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's some of the best music in the whole thing is episode 1. And
yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, that's the, if you take out the John Williams stuff, the overall Star Wars stuff, I don't know how strong it is. But
Yep. Yeah, but
it's there though. I mean, it's part of the film. They chose it for a reason,
Yeah. Guys, what do you guys in the chat think? Who had better music, Rogue One or Inglourious Bastards? Because it's hard to pick, and we need your help.
Yeah.
We need your help.
Is it even fair to use music from a, hugely successful previous film?
Is it even fair to use old, I don't fucking know, old songs from
well, you know what?
Yeah. It's not like Tarantino wrote a whole bunch of new songs for his movie.
He steals a lot of songs.
Yeah, he just goes and finds badass old songs from the 60s.
Okay. Then, no, from that point of view, I got to go Rogue One then. Okay, that's a good point of view. He does steal a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Bobby says Inglourious Bastards has better music.
I mean, I could see that working too.
Yeah. What do you think, Jedi Master EJ? That's not fair. It's not fair to ask a Jedi.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh. Clint.
I
Quit
mean,
yawning. What the hell? I really did enjoy both of these movies a lot, though, and I'm fired up about Andor. Like,
yes.
Andor's gonna be really good.
And it might be nostalgia. It might be a little bit of cheating. Although I think Quentin Tarantino's music is very effective. When that music hits in Rogue One or like any Star Wars movie, like I don't know, it just feels different. It feels more powerful, So I don't know.
When what?
When the music hits, like
in Star Wars or
yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean that's what I mean. In Rogue One, it's basically old Star Wars music. It's basically old John Williams that they've either redone or something like that, or
Right.
kind of changed a little bit, but the tone of it, it just hits.
Dude, after
hard.
the killing scene with anytime you see Darth Vader and you hear dun dun
Yeah.
dun dun, dun, even if it's toned down and low, you know what I mean? You're like, oh shoot. I'm
God,
Rogue
this
One.
gonna
It
be
is.
bad.
Rogue One wins. Rogue One gets another Akbar head.
Oh, I get it now. I thought you were just like, well, I don't want to do sharks, so I'm going to do fish.
No, they're Admiral Akbar heads.
I see it now. I see
Yeah.
it.
It's a
Or you were
trap.
like,
You're like,
I
what
was
the
talking
hell is
about-
going?
I was talking about Nemo earlier, so there you go.
Yeah, put some Nemos in there. Okay. Okay, which one is a prettier film? This is tough because Quentin Tarantino's films are beautiful
I agree that
In-
they are.
in a different kind of way. It's a different kind. It's more like a play. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like gritty looking, beauty and stuff. But to me, like, and we talked about it earlier, like seeing, I think it was Scarif where the records like planet is, and of course, like the records hall, like where all the cush shot, like who doesn't like want to get every stormtrooper's trying to get stationed in Scarif, like, but I mean, like it was just so beautiful, like, and so I mean, it looked real, like, it looked very well done. It looked so beautiful, like, and stuff like that. I don't know, like it was a mix of CGI and actual location shooting, and I don't know, it looked really good. I mean, this movie looked really good.
Jen Urso's home planet
Body,
in the beginning.
body.
Yeah, in the beginning,
Yeah,
like that was a really cool. It
Yeah,
was just a kind of semi-desolate but grassy with rocks, and like she goes and hides in a cave. But I was like, this is cool and it's beautiful, and it's not like when you watch Star Trek and it looks like a super fake planet or something. You know what I mean? Like this looks like like a real planet. Like where the hell did they go for that? Yeah. And Bobby says Rogue One for the looks, and I think we're all on the same page. And this is where the pendulum swings back. Bum bum bum.
yeah.
All right. Oh, this is
Got to keep it close.
who had the better villain? Better villain. All right, Inglourious Bastards.
Shoshana! What's that American expression? If the shoe fits, you must wear it.
Was jetzt Oberst?
Ooh, that's a bingo.
Oh, he's so good.
Yeah.
It was hard to pick for me between this guy, because he's a scumbag.
My condolences.
I will tell him that I will be taking control over the weapon I first spoke of years ago, effective immediately.
But he's the big scumbag. He's the one blowing up planets. And let's not forget Darth Vader is in this. And I had another clip that I didn't get to cut out. So, but you know who Darth Vader is. So we'll get into that in a little bit.
To be fair though, I think Krennic's the villain in this one. The guy wearing the white.
Yeah.
because I mean he's the main antagonist.
He's
and,
the main one, but really the worst guy. And when even when there's even somebody worse than the main villain, and it's Grand Moff Tarkin, like he's taking credit. He's taking credit for the Death Star. That guy's like, wait, what? He like spent his whole he invented the Death Star. Like he got the people to
Yeah.
make the Death Star. He's ripping families apart and killing wives, and doing all this stuff. And you have he's trying so hard to climb up the ladder and impress the Emperor, and then Grand Moff Tarkin, who is above him, who's his superior, is gonna take credit. He's like,
and what he was about to like shut it down at the beginning of the movie, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Like, or
until
yeah.
they tested it and it worked, and he's like, okay, great. Well,
This
your
is mine
failure.
now.
Yeah, this is mine now. But he's like, yeah, your failures. There was a security breach, and it's your fault. So tell the Emperor that this is
He's like-
I did this. I've been supervising. So he's gonna get credit. What a douchebag.
Yeah.
But
Credit
that-
could have been like, well, you hired me, so it's kind of your fault. Like,
But that's real. That happens all the time. People come up with stuff, and their supervisor ends up getting the credit. Douchebags. Douchebaggery. So, villain? And who-
however, now, yeah, when we're talking about a villain,
are you about to pull
Chris-
up Hitler? Don't be doing that, man.
no, that's what I was. No, I was saying like no,
Like-
no. I mean, well, no, but yeah,
I'm
I
just
was like,
trying to make you squirm by mentioning
no,
the
but to
name of
be-
the
to be
worst
fair-
person.
To be fair, yeah, like he's the worst villain.
The
but-
worst villain in the history of Earth. Like, well, I don't know. There's a lot of terrible people in human history, but he's definitely in the
fighting for
top
first if he's
top
not
two.
first,
Yeah, he's definitely top two. But man,
But,
like, yeah, like, so it feels stupid to say, okay, Inglourious Bastards, where one of the characters is one of the worst humans that ever lived. Who's the worst villain? And I'm like, Darth Vader's the worst villain. Yeah. So I'm glad you busted out for this story. The real villain is the inspector that you highlighted, and I'm glad because he was such a good character like that, and the actor so good. Like it built up tension the whole time. You're on the edge of your seat. Every scene he was in, you're like, I'm holding my breath. Like, come on, dude, get with it. Like, what's going to happen? I would start getting pissed that they were keeping me on the edge of my seat for so long.
And it kind of made sense too, because it's like why they kind of got away with it. Because it's like Darth Vader's not going to go hunt these fucking rebel scum down. Moff Tarkin's not going to mess with that. But this guy's like, I'm going to lose my damn job, and probably get killed if I don't find these people. And so, like, him hunting them down was a great antagonist, and like it's kind of why they, were able to pull it off, because it was like if Vader had been chasing him enough, all this other stuff happened, probably wouldn't have turned out that way.
Yeah,
But
it's,
on the go ahead.
The villain in Rogue One, who is the whole Empire is a villain, just like in the whole Empire. The Empire is basically a metaphor for Nazis. So yes, that whole team are bad guys. The Empire, Nazi Germany, clearly are the bad guys, but to pick specific characters for the particular villain of the films, and when we point out I don't even remember his damn name, Orson Krennic, the guy in white, he was trying so hard to be the villain. He wanted to be the villain. He wanted the credit, but he keeps fumbling over himself, and just things keep popping up. He's so ambitious, and he's just trying to be the villain. And it's kind of funny where actually Rogue or Inglourious Bastards, the inspector is pulling it off. He's not fumbling, like he's got it. You know what I mean? He's got the villain thing down.
Yeah, he's not trying to be a good Nazi. He's like, I'm just a good detective, and I'm good at like. He's like, and the people I find happen to be Jews. He's like, they were, so like he's not even all in on the Nazi party thing. He's just like, they're paying the most, and I'm the best at it. Like,
Yeah.
And so here's the thing about him, Christoph Waltz, Christoph Waltz. Quentin Tarantino was considering abandoning the film while the casting search for someone to play Colonel Hans Landa took place, fearing he'd written the role that was unplayable. Christoph Waltz auditioned, however. Both Tarantino and producer Lawrence Bender agreed they had found the perfect actor for the role. And also, where'd it go?
He's perfect for that role. It's
He
incredible.
is, unbelievably perfect. Come on, where did it go? Something about something, and there was some other stuff. It was really, really good. And now I lost it.
The theater owner was very good. Also, she was
Yes.
fantastic. I was wondering what else she's been in, because she looks so familiar.
She does, and yet, I can't think of it either. We can, but yeah, she was just amazing in her role of like just basically constant annoyance, or unhinged rage, and like, but here we go. In late 2009, Sir Michael Caine praised Christoph Waltz's performance as Hans Landa, saying it was the best performance of a villain I've seen in years. Caine even correctly predicted that Waltz would win Best Actor in Supporting Role in the 2010 Academy Awards. So there you go.
When that's coming from Michael Caine,
Sir Michael Caine,
who shares a birthday with me, and Albert Einstein, three geniuses.
Wow.
I'm on the low. I'm on the low rung of that genius scale, but yeah, when Sir Michael Caine, that's like having Anthony Hopkins or or somebody come tell you did a great job. You're like, okay, I guess I nailed it, and he really did. He was fantastic. I spent half of the movie really just in awe of his performance. That's what really most of the movie is, and then snickering at Brad Pitt. But most of the movie is just wow.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. The movie is good, but when he's on screen, you're like, oh, like.
So I think based on that, we're gonna give him the point for villain, because that never got decided.
Yes. Villain.
No. Yeah. There we go. I was having
We ain't falling for no banana and tailpipe.
All right. And we got it. Clint is the smartest. I wouldn't compared to who? who do you got me in the who else is on the ballot?
Your birthday people. I think she's talking about with your birthday people.
Okay. Well,
one of which is Einstein, Mel. One of which I love cousin Clint. However,
I'm the smartest out of Einstein. Oh, that's hilarious. All right. Let's see here. Okay, well let's move forward.
Forward, not backwards.
Oh.
Always twirling.
Twirling.
Mel says, "I stand by my decision."
Okay, fights. Right. You got one for fights?
I do.
Did we have a clip for fight?
Yep. Yeah,
hold on. Talk to the chat for 1 second, because I think I'm missing something in here. Oh, here, I found it. Okay, good. We're good. You can still talk to the chat if you want.
Okay. So, how are things?
Oh, boy. Okay, how about plot hole? Who had the That doesn't say plot hole. Who had the best barf scene? Okay, we got to get out of this. Which
Was there a
movie
barf
had the corniest, most predictable moment?
I will say in Rogue One, it wasn't a bad one, but I knew that whenever I think I remember even the first time, whenever Cassian fell, that he didn't die and he was gonna. I didn't know for sure that he was gonna save her, but
Yeah.
In the records tower, like he fell and then comes back and saves her at the end. It was kind of like he just kind of fell down, like, and he
Yeah, he
it's
just
not
landed
like
on the platform. Yeah.
like so. That was the most predictable, but it wasn't like this, like, oh, come on, kind of thing.
It was a very predictable, almost like something out of an Indiana Jones movie or something. Like right when she's about to get shot by the bad guy, out of
There's
nowhere.
literally, no one who can save her. Literally, like,
If it had been a movie set on Earth, there would have been a gunshot, and she would have gone and thought she got shot, and then opened her eyes and be like, "What?" And then and it would have been somebody else over there that just shot. Yeah.
Yep.
So, do you think that's worthy of losing a point, or do you think like, hey, these were both great movies? I don't think these had plot holes enough to even consider this category.
I mean, for predictable moment, like it was predictable, but I don't think it was a necessarily red question predictable, because like you both said, or we both said, it's kind of just a plot device. They use it in most adventure movies. So
It didn't take you out of the movie and make you think. Okay, well, let's just move on to best barf scene. I'm just kidding. How about which movie had the least predictable moment?
So I would say, so for me, the ending of Inglourious, to me, it was very unpredictable the first time I saw it. But I have a lot of issues with that, so I wouldn't say that in a positive light. Knowing how close, because let's be honest too, with Rogue One, knowing the story, it's kind of hard to have unpredictable moments. But like kind of like you were saying, knowing how close it literally goes to, like right before Episode 4, and then the Vader scene. I didn't think Vader was going to be in it at all, except maybe a couple headshots or like, go find the blah blah blah, and then so that was unpredictable. Whenever I watched it,
for me, dude, I didn't know that this moved right into Episode 4. So the famous hallway Vader scene at the end of Rogue One, I had no idea that was going to happen.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And I like nearly ripped the arms off of my seat in the theater. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I was freaking out. I was like, I was laughing maniacally, and like I couldn't believe what I was seeing, because my entire life you never see Darth Vader fight, because they had clunky costumes and like a big giant. Okay, we need to get a giant super tall dude to fill out this costume, so they're not exactly the most agile or Jedi like. It's just a super tall big guy in this suit, and like Jedis are supposed to be agile and be able to really like sword fight and do all kinds. You never saw that, so you had the music scare the shit out of you when you're a kid. Boom, 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 and they did a lot of cool stuff. You don't ever see his face, and like there's a bunch of things that they do in the way they shoot him, and they make it every time he's on screen, this scary music comes on. They use a lot of cool techniques of making him scary. Also, people around him, they get back, or they like get scared every time he's on screen. Everyone except for the Emperor is scared shitless, and you don't ever know why until Rogue One. I was a grown middle-aged guy by the time I understood, oh, this is why. And they'd put it in comics, and they've told it in novels, but you never actually got to see how badass Darth Vader is until the end of Rogue One. And then all of a sudden, he's not just awesome with his lightsaber, deflecting stuff like it's nobody's business, like it's nothing, deflecting blasters. Also, throwing people, using the Force, like force pushing and throwing people up, holding them up, slamming them down. And I couldn't believe what I was seeing. So awesome. So
blocking the blasters and attacking people.
Yeah, that's stopping blasters. And just like, I was like this. I couldn't believe my eyes. And that was that. So that was unexpected for me. And I was like, I had no idea we were going to get that. It was such a treat. Yeah, the Force choke. Yeah. That was terrifying enough. Just seeing that, like, Vader, stop it. You know, like that guy talking smack about this old sorcery superstition, and then he's just like, you know, just casually, and that scene alone, as a kid, like a toddler, was terrifying. But we never saw him actually strain himself or go physically like do more than just look around. He's just constantly, which made him cool too. He's super calm. Go ahead, Chris. I don't mean to eat up the whole show. I can talk about Vader for 2 hours.
But at the same time too, like whenever he fights Luke and stuff, Luke's flipping around everywhere and stuff, and he's just kind of standing there going, bzz, 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 you know. And so now you get to see him like throw down, like be more than that, you know. So and
that's what was so weird for me is like later when they made the prequels, and all of a sudden we have Darth Maul, who's this super badass, you know, gymnast basically, and you know, martial artist guy, and I think George Lucas is like, okay, I'm gonna finally make this guy badass, because back in the day we didn't have that. It was just, you know, guy in a dog suit and another guy walking around in this black suit, and like you know, and so finally we're gonna show how awesome these guys are. I don't know. So anyway, unexpected ending, or unpredictable, least predictable for me. Darth Vader kicking ass.
I agree. I concur. Yep.
In fact,
no,
I will save it. Okay. So if you concur, we're going to just give him the point. You're like, don't do it. Rogue One, keeping it even. You see that? You see that, guys? You're like, hey, it's not even fair. Inglourious is going to take it, but you never know. You never know. So, least predictable. What about quotable? Who had the best line or most quotable line?
We've got
I've got
some. Yeah,
I've got one.
Yeah, there's one in there for me too.
Really?
Yep.
Oh. Well, we'll do mine first.
Do it.
We in the killing Nazi business.
Oh, that's yours.
Dozen businesses are booming.
Yeah, that's a good one. Hold on 1 second here. I gotta do another. That Nazi business is good.
Bobby says, "You're gonna need a bigger boat."
That's a great line. How about this?
Be careful not to choke on your aspirations, Director.
Be careful not to choke on your... Yeah. What do you guys think?
I mean, I don't know. I think that Inglourious quote is just too good. We're in the Nazi killing business, and cousin, business is a boom.
There's a lot of great lines in Inglourious Bastards. I'm one with the Force. The Force is with me. I'm one with the Force. The Force is with me. I'm one with the Force. The Force is with me. He said that enough times that's stick in anybody's head.
That's true. That is very true. Let's see. Let's pull up quotes.
May the force be with you. Is that what we're doing? I got Rogue One quotes. You got the.
All right, got it. Well, so we've already shown this one. Ooh, that's a bingo. Is that the way you say it? That's a bingo.
That's a good one.
Yeah. And then Aldo Rain, you just say bingo. Bingo. How fun.
How about? Are you kidding me? I'm blind.
Yeah, that was a good one too. Let's see.
Rebellions are built on hope.
Yeah.
It's not a problem if you don't look up.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, that one was a good one too. Aldo Rain says, "Scalp Herman." And at the very end, Hans Landa says, "Are you mad? What have you done? I made a deal with your general for that man's life." Aldo Rain says, "Yeah, they made that deal, but they don't give a fuck about him. They need you." Landa says, "You'll be shot for this." Aldo Rain says, "Nah, I don't think so. More like chewed out. I've been chewed out before."
I thought they were going to kill him too. We're just going to give it to Glorious Bastards because you just said a bunch of lines and Bobby says it, and Mel is with Bobby on that one. So,
and one of the best too. I should have got this one. "I'm going to give you a little something you can't take off." Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir. Let's see what else we got.
Where'd you go?
Where?
The
Hey!
incredible shrinking Clint. He's gonna get. I gotta see how this theater is from the back. Hey, is the seat still good back there? Is it still a good picture? Oh God!
Hey, man!
No, we're up here.
Do you got any
Clint.
popcorn up there?
Yeah, we got. We're up here. Why are you back there? We told you row 10.
got any popcorn up there?
This is why we never invite you.
Hey! Hey! Hey, man! This is
Hey,
really stupid.
Check it out, guys. Look at my new pet. I bought a Clint today at
Crap.
the pet store. Oh.
Get out of here, Curtis. I don't even know what the hell's happening here.
What's happening is that you want to go sit on the disco ball like it's a Death Star.
Hey. All right. Okay, sorry, we had a little technical weird stuff.
I think Ethan, is that you, Ethan? You messing with
weirdness.
cables again back there?
And pretzels. I don't even know what that means, but pretzels. That's going to be the name of my next dog that I have.
That's a good name for a dog.
Hey, pretzels. All right. So what do we got here?
So we didn't give Inglourious the point yet, I don't think.
Okay, let's get some points up here before we go off the rails again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2,
It's a
3,
close.
4, 5.
It's a close match.
Tis
a close one. Too close for comfort. Popcorn and pretzels. Oh,
There
that's
you
two good dog names.
Two, yeah. Wow. Go get 2 puppies from the pound tomorrow.
Popcorn and pretzels. My next dog's going to be named Bob Barker.
That's a good one.
Yep. We did quotes. So now car chase. There was no car chases. We're not going to. Was there? Nah.
No.
Best kiss. Who had the best kiss? Rogue One?
Yeah. I guess. I mean, yes, it did.
That was it?
It did, yeah.
Oh man, that's not even the right movie. What the hell? Okay. Who
Somebody
sabotaged?
send me the plans to destroy that Death Star.
So I guess Rogue One gets a point.
Yes, it does.
There was no kisses in.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Let's see here. Points. Where are you? Points. Doom. Kid. See, you never know, gang. You think somebody's moving ahead, and then they just come right back in there, just cheat. It's just cheating. It's just cheating.
Mel says, Clint, I will unsubscribe that nasty kiss.
Who had the best ending? I don't have any videos for that, but there's two.
Yeah,
Did you send in a best ending video?
I think I did. But we don't
Doesn't matter.
like, I mean,
let's talk about it.
Yeah, the ending with Inglourious Bastards is, I mean, one of the fatal flaws of the movie.
Oh, you did
because
send in. Why is it a fatal flaw?
Because it's so it didn't happen. You know, they're going for historical fiction, and it is like a fairy tale ending that's great. They end the war in one fell swoop, and it's not. But it's like it just didn't happen. It goes from this realistic type historical fiction just off into La La Land now, and it's in a glorious way that is wonderful. You know, burning down this building full of Nazis and ending the war. But it's just I don't know. It kind of ruins it for me every time I watch it. I'm like, this is such a good film. Then it's like, but like, and you could argue none of the rest of the film actually happened. However, that part specifically absolutely did not.
Do you think if the theater owner and her boyfriend or the projectionist guy that lights the fire, do you think if they got away that it would be a better ending?
No, because I mean Hitler and them still die. You want them to die, but it didn't happen in real life. Like it didn't.
It doesn't matter if it's real. You're talking about
to me, it does.
You always do that. You're like, yeah, that's not realistic. That's why we watch movies, because they're not realistic. Otherwise, we would watch documentaries.
No, but
or
it's different with historical fiction. Like, let's be honest. Like, come on. Like, if you're doing historical fiction, you have to do certain things right about the time period and you know the realism.
No, you
of the
don't.
movie.
That's the point of this movie. Is it's a complete fiction because that didn't happen. That's the point. It's not like we're watching Rocket Man. You know what I mean? Rocket Man is a different, or the Weird Al story. Weird Al story is a great example because he acts crazy in the like record execs offices and stuff, and probably didn't do those things. It's just to make the story entertaining. But this is
fine.
Yeah, but this is like, yeah, they burned all the Nazis, like, and that's
yeah, and that's like that's great, but it's just it's not real. It didn't, you know.
You know what?
Like
you know what else didn't happen? The Death Star didn't blow up that planet.
I know, but Star Wars is not trying to be historical fiction, dude. That's my point. Like it's in its own realm. Like it can do that, but the logic of the internal logic of the story has to make sense too. And like, I don't know, it never works for me. That ending never works for me. I enjoy it.
How would it work for you? Just curious.
I mean, something like maybe they kill, you know, a bunch of Nazis and stuff like that, but
maybe like they kill half of them, but for some reason, Hitler had escaped or something, and then the war continued.
Because then you can imagine that at least it was a real story, or that it could have happened. But the way it is, it's like, well, that couldn't have happened. Like it's not.
But this is like an Elseworlds tale where it's like, what if? There you go. It's a what if for Earth, for reality.
It is, and I just don't think that works for the film. Like I just for trying to be a historical fiction, I don't think it works. So that's me.
Yeah,
I
Yeah, it's definitely wild. It's it's definitely a wild idea. I want to make a story about you're what? Yeah, don't worry, we're gonna kill everybody. Okay, I'm in. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna make a novelty film about Nazis? Yeah, I can't do that. But we kill everybody. Oh, I can do that.
Like, or like have it be a lot of the high command or something. I don't know how they could have, fixed it. But after bringing these major characters in, like honestly, it should have been a film without them. Hitler and Goebbels and all these like main guys being involved, and they're getting like the second tier of the Nazi brass, and then have the same ending. But it's like because, I don't know. And again, they weren't. That would never.
Now, then let me say this: do you think it's because it's such sensitive topic that it's disturbing to you?
No, no, because I think that's what makes the ending at least enjoyable, because it is awesome being like, yeah, fucking kill him, like in the war tonight. It's this amazing fantasy. Like to me, it'd be the same thing if like with any historical thing, doing completely changing it, like in Tombstone or something like that. That's a historical fiction, and they did take some liberties, but like it'd be like if Wyatt Earp, like I don't know, went and mowed everybody down with a machine gun and then became president. Like it's a fake movie, it's made like it, but it's not. You can take liberties, but just completely changing it, like kind of, at least for me, ruins it. And it would be cool to see that, but it's just, I don't know, when you're trying to stay that true to history.
But they're not trying to stay true to history. That's the point of the movie.
But they're using historical, like they're using a historical time period, historical places, historical events, historical people. So they are like that. That's what I mean. So it's not like they were,
They're making a movie that says, "What if we had succeeded in one of the operations to assassinate the entire controlling people in the Nazi Party and killed and knocked them all out? What if one of those operations had gone? Because they're constantly looking for information, and these are based on actual real things. So,
and to me, like that's the truth. This is better than fiction, and whenever it comes to stuff like that, like it's so I'm a World War II buff, and like some of the stuff that actually happened is just even more amazing than this movie. And I don't know, just the ending it's never worked for me. I mean,
Bobby said, "Yeah," and then later when the children see this and think it's real,
well, yeah, they're straight up, yeah, you'd be like, teaching the Holocaust, and they're gonna be like, that didn't happen. Actually, the bastards blew him up. I'm like, no, you got
no,
guys.
that's not real.
Like,
oh.
I saw it.
What about
I saw it on this really old movie. Oh God,
dude! Tarantino is supposed to make a movie about the Alamo where Davy Crockett wins.
Yeah, might as well. Yeah, there you go. Just do that. I mean,
Davy Crockett wins.
Like, yeah, as a Texan, I want to see that happen, but it's going to ruin it, because it's like, well, like.
All right, so I guess the best ending goes to Rogue One.
In my opinion, yeah.
Well, I mean, in my opinion too, because the ending of Rogue One's badass.
Well, yeah.
Not only Darth Vader and all that at the end, but the way that they all sacrificed themselves, and it was a one-way mission basically, because they didn't know if they'd be able to get out, and they couldn't.
Well, the bastards did that too, dude. Come on.
Yeah, but them them sitting on the beach and just like, okay, we did it, and
that was a cool scene. It made me think of Deep Impact.
You're talking about my DVD collection again? Yeah, Clint.
No, the scene in the version you have is much better. However,
gross. I always
I was
do that
I
one.
was expecting some guy just to play a sax on the beach, and I was completely
I still
surprised.
believe. The guy from Lost Boys. Let's see here.
Yes.
How about what do we got? Here's one for you. Which movie is more realistic?
Well, now we go down a rabbit hole because
Oh, that was the best quote, right?
no, that was realistic. Because again, I have such conflict with this film because they bring in a major character like Hitler and then completely change the realism. That's what I mean. The movie is very tonally and written in it to be real.
But do you think it's
And then they
possible? Do you think it's possible for a theater owner to lock everybody in the theater and burn them down?
Yeah,
So
yeah, for sure.
that's real.
That's what I mean. Like most of the film is very realistic, and then it gets to the end, and it's like, and they break the realism, and it's so drastic. It's jarring.
No,
and
no.
it does, so
They break his history. They don't break realistic. Real and realistic are two different things.
When it's historical fiction, they break the realism. That's what I mean. If it was some other
Realism,
movie based on
real and realistic are two different words.
yeah.
So,
Wait,
so
what?
if you say which one is more real,
Yeah.
then you're judging against something that is fake and real. But if you say which one is more realistic, somebody locking somebody into a theater and lighting it on fire is more realistic than a bunch of aliens,
Well.
flying and breaking a force shield around it's more realistic.
Yeah. But
So we have to see how is it worded?
no, I mean, like
Which is more realistic?
like Bastards is more realistic, obviously, but like I don't know if that's a fair question when you're comparing it to Star Wars as either. You know what I mean? Like if we're defining it that way, then Star Wars is automatically going to lose. If we put it up against anything, it's going to lose that question. Well, unless anything that's based in human Earth existence. However, Mel has a good point, and she says Rogue One is more realistic. It just hasn't happened yet. I mean, obviously, yeah, like Rogue or Bastards is more realistic. Well, and here's how we have to define history for this one because within the Star Wars history, that's what I mean. If it has its own internal logic, it makes sense. Just like comic books, like that's why you can argue for hours. Like, well, no, Wolverine couldn't beat the Hulk because of this, but it's got its own internal logical system. It's just when you break that, it doesn't work. And I think Bastards did that because he wanted to have a really cool scene, and it or he could have that scene, and then have it be like, the end be Shoshana's like death dream, but in reality, show the Nazis like getting out of or something like that. Like, I'm not saying I wanted the Nazis to live, but it just,
Did you read this?
I did.
Okay, come on, man. Okay.
I was like, we can give it to Bastards. I'm just saying.
No, I'm not even fighting for them.
You're what? Huh?
I'm more trolling you than.
It obviously have a very problematic history with the end of this film.
So which movie is more realistic?
Inglourious Bastards.
Do you think?
Moving on.
There you. Hey, look, Bobby and I are same page here, Curtis. Which one is more real, or which one is more realistic? Both of them are fictions,
Right.
but one could happen.
Yeah.
Rogue One species, it hasn't happened yet.
JR's shower scene?
Oh boy. I don't even think we should even include this question. We're going to skip it. I don't want to give a point to either one. Because how does that judge whether a movie's good or not? Movie's entertainment. It's not supposed to be real. If we're judging if we're judging documentaries, then okay. But we're not judging documentaries. These are movies. So I would.
But if you're,
And if we're trying to get to the bottom of which movie is better or win, then
But so maybe we should change the question to which movie follows its own internal logic better.
I kind of like that.
Because if the movie's fighting for realism, and then it's like, like Deep Impact. If Deep Impact is trying to be the more real movie, and then all of a sudden it's like, but then Superman came and punched the asteroid. Like, what? That's stupid. What?
I
Anyway.
like that.
Oh, from Dallas. I got you, Bobby. I got you.
How about that?
Yes. We don't have to answer it this week, but I like that better.
I have to
Because if it's
change-
not going for realism, then if it's not going for realism, then it's not gonna win.
How about this? Which one is the best movie to cheer you up? And you've got this. And I've got.
Be careful not to choke on your aspirations.
Oh, you just made me happy, Lord Vader.
So again, as much as I have issues with the ending of Inglourious, it's still great to see Hitler get shot to hell.
I don't get get fired up from that. Actually, that shot actually grosses me out. It's pretty graphic.
Did you talk about the kissing scene you keep showing from Crybaby?
I think I'd rather watch that.
No, nobody would.
Yeah. Yeah. And so what was the I'm like, what was the question again? Well, cheer me up movie. So which one cheers you up better? Inglourious Bastards, or I would say Inglourious Bastards is a more fun, uplifting movie. Rogue One is serious. Is a pretty serious, sad, dramatic movie.
I mean, yeah, that I think Inglourious is designed to kind of cheer you up. Like it's we're getting the bad guys. That's what we're doing, and that we and at the end we do. Like it turns into fantasy, but I tell you
what I didn't mention earlier, where where it was like what was it? Surprise, non-predictable was the scene with the German 3 or the 3 thing. I never saw that coming, and the first time I saw that movie, I was like, "Oh, that was the biggest takeaway from that movie." Honestly, when later on, we're like, "Dude, did you see Inglourious Bastards?" We're like, "Dude, 3 times." You know what I mean? Like, I loved it.
Well, and it makes me wonder who has this one, because some people do this one. Like I've always learned this 3, and then I've seen this one before. I don't know if I've seen that one.
That's German. That's why they're like,
But I've seen a lot of people do this. Like I'll have 3 of them.
Yeah.
So I wonder where that's from.
I don't know.
And it's weird too. Like nobody ever does like this for 2. They'll go 2, or they don't go, or 2. Like
Danzig,
3 has.
Danzig does. When Danzig, can I get 2?
2 bears.
All right. So who's getting the point on this one?
Cheer up. I mean,
cheer up movie.
Because Rogue One it's not Inglourious is definitely more, you know, has less cheery moments.
It's I don't know,
you know
dude.
what I mean?
There's some good
Or not,
laughs with
but that's what I mean. Not I said that
K2SO.
wrong. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a good point.
There's some
that's,
good
any,
laughs.
any action sequence in Rogue One cheers me up.
Yeah, I'm
The
gonna say
ending
Rogue
cheers me
One.
up.
I'm gonna say Rogue One because
Yeah.
it goes down to the airplane question. If you're on a flight, you know what I mean. Which one would you watch? I'd probably watch Rogue One, and it's just because I'm a Star Wars fanatic. But
Yeah, I mean, well, now that's a different question.
you know, it is a different question because sometimes I wanna watch something serious or sad or something, and that's a different story too. You know, but
But see, well,
as far as the cheer me up point, I think I'm gonna go with pick Rogue One. What is your pick?
I think I'm going to stick with Bastards. Bobby says Bastards, and Mel made a good point. Bastards won't cheer up today's real life Nazis, and that cheers me up even more that it pisses them off.
So, all right, we'll give it to Glorious Bastards. That's a hard one, man, because they're both fantastic. Yeah. They're both fun movies. Yeah, they are both fun movies. So, honestly, as long as I'm watching movies, I'm pretty.
Yeah,
happy,
especially this was an enjoyable week.
Yeah, let's see here. How about cheer up movie? Which one's a better date movie for you? You think? Better date movie. Go ahead.
I got to go Rogue One on this one, probably. I mean,
me too.
Because we can argue about what kind of date, but you can bring anybody to see Rogue One, and you know they're probably gonna have a good time.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. So we're gonna give the point to Rogue One. Man, it's close. Close. Got another Akbar on there. It's a trap. All right.
Send in some memories.
Oh boy, let's see here. Which movie holds up? Is that even in here? Which movie doesn't or won't hold up? I think both these movies are going to hold up. I don't think this is even worth having a question. What do you think?
Yeah.
Good.
For this week, I mean, I don't see that being an issue for either of these movies.
Yeah. How about which movie should have been better, but something went terribly wrong?
In my opinion, the ending got. There you go.
Something went terribly wrong.
Yeah, it just, like I said, it just really bugs me how they changed history for this movie.
So we will remove a point from.
Hate to do it, but I mean, that's what I say.
Well, I don't really have a problem taking a point away from Inglourious Bastards for Rogue One. Okay. Which movie would Ethan Hawke prefer? Hello?
Ethan, you causing trouble again? Where you hiding?
Ethan, are you there? Hello? Which one is a better Christmas movie? Definitely Rogue One.
I don't know. Yes, it's Rogue One.
Come on, man. Rogue One.
Gather round, children. Let us all watch.
Not to mention the toys. Rogue One toys.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I'd be playing with an.
And they had a lot of good aliens in Rogue One, honestly. Like some of the, I mean, fewer scenes of them, but when they were on the screen, they kind of stood out a lot more than the our regular fare.
Yeah, man. Get a K2SO action figure. Oh, I'd love a K2SO action figure. Get excited.
Mel, I don't know. Mel's making the best arguments.
Ooh, that's a good comment. Merry Christmas, dead Nazis. Oh shit. That's funny. All right. Let's see what else we got here. After Christmas, what else? What other questions are there? Well, which movie makes you want to take karate lessons? Huh? Anybody?
I mean, I'd have to go Inglorious because I mean, stormtroopers can't really fight anyway. So,
Yeah.
oh, but wait, Rogue One had Donnie Yen in it, so
Yeah, I'm like, come on, dude.
and his karate showed that they can't fight.
And I can't find the damn clip.
Come on, man. Ethan. Yeah, now we know what you're doing, Ethan.
Ethan's
Back there
the one
pulling
doing
cords
this.
again.
Hold on. How in the world? Okay. Oh man, I've been having a hard time with this. This is a very unorganized episode, guys. I apologize from the bottom of my heart.
Having a hard time with it. It's like exactly what you said after you watched Deep Impact for the first time.
Yep. Oh, there it is. You silly. You silly.
Silly old bear.
Oh, it's weird that the I had a scene disappear. That's weird. That's okay, because I'll just do this again.
I will tell him that I will be taking control over
No,
the weapon
you
I
won't.
first spoke of years ago.
This makes me want to take karate lessons.
Is your foot all right?
So good, dude. Now, let me ask you this, did it bother you when you first saw that like, okay, now we got Kung Fu in space? Did it bother you a little bit?
No.
For me, a little bit. I was like,
because the Jedi's have been playing off of that for years anyway.
I
mean,
know,
they just,
but a little part of me was like, it felt like they were putting something from Earth into space. You know what I mean? Instead of like, and maybe if they'd have been aliens, like, and didn't look like humans, maybe it would be different for me. And I'm like, okay, cool. They're temple guards, or they're like, but they don't look like humans. They look like something else doing kung fu type of stuff. Then I'd be like, yeah. But it wasn't enough to take me out of the movie and make me not like the movie.
Yeah.
I loved Donnie Yen. I liked the whole thing. But like a 1% was like, that's kind of like literally taking kung fu out of kung fu movies and putting it into Star Wars, and it was like almost bothered me.
Well, no, and it was obvious because that's a very kung fu cliche of the blind monk, that can whoop anybody's ass. Like they definitely pulled it from that. But yeah, it didn't really bother me. I mean, because stylistically, Star Wars steals from so much, like westerns and samurai films and crap like that in general. Like but I will agree that this character and scene was much more obvious about it. But yeah, it didn't. I can't say it bothered me. But I do see your point.
Mel says, "Dude, Obi-Wan has a British accent. They all have British accents. The entire Empire has British accents." Yeah. That's that is a British accents are a neutral accent for anything that's space or epic. That's why you could watch a Greek movie and everyone has British accents, or you could watch a movie about Rome and everybody has British accents. It's
just English but not American. So
yes,
we're cool with it.
Yeah. But yeah, even I was like, man, maybe if it was a metal staff, or metal staff that had some kind of kyber power on it, or I don't know. When I first saw it, I was like, they just straight up plucked a badass kung fu guy. Even the clothes are almost the same as from an old kung fu movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like,
sure.
they just plucked him and just dropped him right into the. Oh, I've yes, exactly. Prince of Persia. That's another one. Oh yeah,
I'm Persian.
Hello there. I'm Aladdin. What? You're from the Middle East. What are you talking about, dude?
Are you?
Hello, I'm from Mexico City. Wait, that didn't work. Let's see here. F y'all, I'm from Texas. Let's see here. What do we got here? A couple more, guys. A couple more. Which movie made you hungrier? I didn't notice food in either movie. I definitely wasn't hungry in Inglourious Bastards. I'm gonna skip that one.
Yep.
Let's see.
Strudel looked good though.
Oh, the strudel. But it got canceled out by Nazis getting shot in the face. That scene's disturbing to me. I know it's like a rubber doll or something that they're shooting, but it's gross. But strudel sounds delicious.
And that's what I mean. That's what makes it so, and it looked delicious, and that's what makes that scene. So she takes one obligatory bite, and she's like, I want nothing else to do with this German.
You
shit.
just won the point for Inglourious Bastards with that. Yeah, you just earned them a point. Which makes Brad Pitt happy.
Now let me ask you this, and maybe we can make. Did it? Or did it not feel like you were watching Natchet for 2 hours whenever you're watching Inglourious?
Oh, yes. Natchet's a friend of ours, gang, at home.
You just imagine him going, Gorlami.
Natchet Taylor, our good buddy. You can look him up, Natchet, Natchet, and he puts music out. He's got some bands and stuff. You can find him on Facebook. I'm friends with him, and go check him out. He's got some good stuff.
Absolutely.
Fine person. Let's see how. We did Christmas Karate. How about this? Best explosion. Bum, ba, ba, ba.
For Christ's sake, tomorrow's the 4th of July, and we will be open for business.
That's the wrong thing.
Oui, Shoshana.
Yikes. That's a pretty good one. What about this one?
In this video, we're going to be talking about the live action.
What the hell? What just happened?
Ethan.
Ethan Hawke's messing with us again. Boom.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yes, I think he said it all.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Okay, I'm done with that. Beautiful. And you notice he said that with a British accent.
Quite.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I will say, although the several explosions in Star Wars or Rogue One are better, that particular one really
Inglourious
bothered
Bastards?
me. No.
Oh, that particular one?
In Rogue One, like, really bothered me because, especially showing the scene from space and showing that shockwave, there is no way they would have been picked up by that damn plane. Like, like when in the next scene, whenever it shows them flying the plane in, and the giant wall tsunami of gravel and sand and stuff coming at them, like, there's no way they would have been just dead. Like, you can see the shockwave spreading from space over a whole section of the planet. They're dead. But
I don't know, man. K2SO he's a fast pilot.
Yeah, but
yeah, they.
But
I did love how he was like, I'm not done doing my calculations. He's like, punch it, just go. He just went. We don't have time for calculations. Let's get out of here. One false move, and you put yourself through a moon or something. It's like you're really risking a lot punching it.
Yeah, especially with all those ships popping up.
Yeah.
At that time. But yeah, we got to go Rogue One on this one.
Rogue
Although I did
One.
have another explosion.
Dude, that explosion of that theater was pretty badass.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
I mean, it was good. There was another one from Inglourious though too.
Let's see if I can find it.
I
only have one explosion from Inglourious.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's the wrong window here. Sorry. Downloads. Where are you?
And Riley says, Rogue One, always Star Wars.
Duh. There we go. Let's see. Oh, I screwed that up. I'm going to have to get back down here. We'll just do this. Oh, it's the wrong thing. Here, I'm going to just click this for 1 second. Oopsie. Here we go. Bam. Is that number 2?
Yeah. Well, that's number 2. I don't know where number 1 was. But it's all right.
Oh, no, I got it right here. There we go. Boom. And here's... Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm glad I kept looking for that clip. That was worth the wait. I think Rogue One still gets the. I don't know, dude. I really like that explosion at the end of Rogue One. That theater explosion.
Yeah, and well, in the scream, like chucking that guy out the window is just like
that was a good explosion. I don't know. What do you guys think? And also, do Nazis deserve better than Swiss cheese face? Absolutely not. But I don't necessarily want to see humans getting shot in the face. That's graphic, gross stuff. Like when you happen to stumble across a video of a real human beheading in the Middle East. I've seen that. People have been like, "Hey, dude, check this out," and I'm like, "Dude, why did you show me that?" Like, I don't like real graphic stuff that people used to watch. Faces of Death. Remember Faces of Death? There was like real people that used to get like in car accidents and real people dying on video. And I'm like, it's a graphic thing that's terrible. Like to see something like that. And this is fake, but it was pretty graphic. So I
love the fake stuff, but yeah,
I don't mind a lot of the slasher film stuff that's fake, but that was like that Swiss cheese face stuff was pretty hardcore. Pretty hardcore, pretty graphic. Rogue One always Star Wars, says Riley. Yeah.
And then again, the one at the end of on Scarif where they blow the other, that one.
That one's pretty good too. I guess we're gonna have to give that point to Rogue One, which is okay by me. Sorry, you inglorious bastards. Okay, what is the next? Oh boy, here, this is gonna be a fun one. Best kill, death kill. All right. Look away, Clint! Oh no! Ah! I love her diabolical laugh. Or this. Ah, so good. He's killing.
Yeah, that was
killing people behind him. He just like, oh yeah, I stuck that guy to the ceiling, whoosh, like behind him. So good.
talking about slasher movies. I mean, straight up, like,
Man.
Yeah, that's that wins. Oh man, well, I should have put the Jew Bear bat beating sequence in there. But the one thing that gets me now, and it's not Rogue One's fault, so this is not a detractor to Rogue One at all. But now, after after what was it, Obi-Wan, when he pulled the, it was an awesome scene.
Oh yeah,
like, and he pulls the other ship back down. Now after that, I'm like, well, why didn't he, like, they were right there, why didn't he just force pull them back in, like, so
because he got tricked.
He could have, come on, he was basically a tractor beam in Obi-Wan, that's what I'm saying. It's not a detractor for Rogue One. It's saying Obi-Wan is as awesome as that scene was. Like,
he may have spent some of his juice, you know what I mean? Like when you see you'd see Yoda lift
those rebel scum. Come on.
You'd see Yoda lift an X-wing out of the swamp, and then afterwards he's like, whew. It takes a lot out of you to do that, So he actually stopping. Now you could say it would be like the Hulk, where maybe it would make him angrier, and maybe that would fuel more dark side energy. But I don't know. I want to say like, basically the point they were making was like, hey, you're being too impulsive, and I tricked you. Just like when I stole your lightsaber, you thought you won, but you didn't. That was the whole point of that.
But you still, like, yeah. And again, why didn't you just pull that other one down? I could see that working for that one, but for this scene in Rogue One, like, it kind of breaks the logic, because why didn't he just, pull it back in there? Like, because the first time, yeah, he might have spent his force power pulling the first ship, so he couldn't grab the second ship. But in this one, like, don't tell me him fighting those rebel chumps wore him out.
You're talking about in Rogue One. Why didn't he stop that ship? Maybe it was already too far.
But you could argue that maybe he felt a presence on there because Leia was on that ship, and maybe didn't know, but he was like, "Oh, I don't know, do something." But it's not Rogue One's fault. It's just after watching it again, after watching Obi-Wan, I was like, wait a minute,
Also, what's he gonna do? Pull the ship back and then jump onto the ship? Like all they have to do is all they got to do is hit warp. All they got to do is hit like go is punch it. You know what I mean? So he's like, it's cool. We'll catch him in a minute. He knew they'd catch him. We'll catch him in a second. And they did. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see here. So, did anybody get a point for that?
I think so.
Did I award the point for No.
Nah.
Well,
Yeah,
shoot.
I went off on my tangent there.
Okay, sir. One more Akbar. This is getting ridiculous. We're getting a.
Is it that 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, or wait, no, 10. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. So
Bam.
11 to 8. It's not that far off. 11 to 8.
Okay, so. Yeah, but we're getting down to the nitty gritty.
Let's get down to the real nitty gritty.
The nitty gritty. Okay, that was the best kills, best ending. We talk about that. Who had the best ending?
Yeah, we talked about that.
Which we we did best love story. There we go.
No, we haven't done best love story.
Best love story.
Est-ce que tu m'aimes et que je t'aime et que t'es la seule personne au monde en qui j'ai confiance?
What? Did that just happen? And then we got this one from Rogue One.
Mayor Grundy barfed on his wife's tits.
What? What the hell? And then we got this one from Rogue One. Okay, wait a minute. Come on. What the hell's going on? Oh, man. Oh.
Ethan. No, best love story is easily Rogue One. It's not a
That's
common
not
love
true.
story, but
Whose love story?
in Rogue One?
Yeah, between
father
the father and daughter.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. But you also had the
Did
the projectionist that basically killed himself for his girlfriend.
True, but that was a minimal storyline. And when imagine the scene where her dad's dying and he gets to see his daughter that he hadn't seen in 15 years or whatever. It's beautiful. Right before he dies. Nothing.
I'll back
Great
it.
death.
I don't have a daughter, so I will back it. Rogue One.
Rogue One. What's up? What's up? Hey, what's up?
Sup?
What's up? So we gotta get these plans, bro. No, man, I don't want to get the plans right now.
Rogue One.
I gotta go play frisbee golf.
Bro. One. Let's see. All right. Man, we've so many categories.
Fight choreography?
Which one deserves a sequel?
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna skip that one.
Yeah.
Which one? Which movie did you relate to more?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know if I related to either one.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a good thing. We've never had to live in wartime, so
Yeah,
you
let's pass that one up, and we'll say this: which movie made your butt pucker more?
Oh, that one's easy.
It's called Suspicious.
Ah! You made the sergeant yourself! Billy, you remember him, don't you?
Yikes, man! Yeah, that just my butt just puckered now. Wow.
And that's the thing. There were so many scenes in Inglourious where your butt puckers. There's the one where she's with Landa, where he puts the shoe on and he goes,
"Oh yeah,"
like it's like, oh god, she's dead.
The scene where they're hiding under the floor. That's that whole scene with the milk. That whole scene, I was like.
But I had to specifically pick that one because wifey was like, "Oh my god!"
Oh boy! All right, that one goes to Inglourious Bastards. Finally, you're starting to catch up there, guys. You bastards! You inglorious bastards! You inglorious bastards!
Gorlami.
Gorlami. Okay, let's butt pucker. All right, here's a good one. Oh, I picked the wrong. I put it under the wrong thing. How about best fight scenes? What's this all about?
Taking them to imprison them in prison.
He is taking us to...
Quiet! And there's a fresh one if you mouth off again.
We'll take them for...
I want to see that again. Didn't you have a similar scene, Curtis?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I didn't caption it properly. Oh, there it is.
Got you flinching.
Oh, that's a good one. We're going to watch that again.
Got you flinching.
Oh, it's good. And then
Taking them to imprison them in prison.
He is taking us to...
Quiet! And there's a fresh one if you mouth off again.
We'll take them for...
and then we have this one.
Yeah! Is your foot all right?
So good. Such a quality scene.
I knew Rogue One was going to win this one, so I did put that scene in there because it's great, and I love at the end of Bastards. At the end of that scene, you can barely hear it, but when they're sticking him in the van, he says, "Touch me again, Kraut."
Oh,
but
boy.
yeah, Rogue One has a major advantage here.
Yeah, Donnie Yen. Anything that he's in is gonna have the best fight. It's gonna win best fight award. Period.
Yeah.
Period. There's no. Why even show up if you know Donnie Yen's involved? But Riley sided with us on that one too. And the one time the stormtrooper aims perfectly, he kills his comrade. Let's see here. All right, and then if you were on a flight and they only had one movie, which movie would you pick? This is the final question of the night. Oh, boy. I've definitely picked Rogue One.
Yeah. I'm trying to make an argument, but I'm probably not going to watch the Bastards on a flight. So we got to go Rogue One.
Me too. It's just Bastards a little too graphic, and also just the Nazi uniforms alone. You know, people are like, "What is that guy watching over there?" All right. Point for Rogue One. And Bobby agrees. So does Riley. Boom, boom, boom. Rogue One. Holy smokes, Rogue One. You killed it tonight. You destroyed.
I don't know.
Murdered. Look at all those Akbars. It's so many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 5 more. I'm with you, Bobby. Roadhouse always wins. We'll watch Roadhouse on the road. Good call.
Yes, on a plane, Roadhouse. Yep.
Roadhouse all day for 1,000. Dude, I'd even watch Dirty Dancing. Ghost? I don't know about Ghost, but that makes my voice crack. That makes Rogue One is the winner. Rogue
Thank
One.
you, EJ.
Champion.
We whenever we invited Inglourious Bastards to the party, we should have been like, "It's a trap."
It's a trap. Yeah, totally. Oh man. Always anything Star Wars, Rogue One. You know my answer. It's a trap. Dude, this was a fun one, man. We're trying to come up with what we're gonna do next week. We've had a lot of ideas. And I was right. This was not a fair contest. Yeah, it's deceiving.
degree,
You're
yeah.
you're like, oh, Tarantino movie, amazing cast, great movie, but you never know who's gonna win.
Honestly, if it weren't for the ending, I would have been. I would have won for me. It would have been but yeah, just that. I've said it before. It's not like this is a change of pace for me. That really bugs me. So
I hate when the Nazis lose.
no,
Yeah,
dude.
we're all picking up what you're putting down, Curtis. It's okay. It's all right, man. We all hear you. Yeah, I was right. This is not a fair contest. Yeah. So what are we gonna do next week, man? What are we doing? We got so many options.
We talked maybe doing Blood In, Blood Out versus American Me. We talked about Don't Look Up versus Idiocracy. Now, I haven't seen Don't Look Up, but I've heard it's a good comparison. I just kind of want to do something versus Idiocracy so I can watch Idiocracy again. So if you have a better,
oh, there's also
matchup.
We've also thought in the past of Office Space versus Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, we have. That'd be good. We're always so wary with comedies. We're like, we'll be like, "Hey, here's these two movies," and we're like, "Totally," and then it comes to a comedy, and we're like, "I don't know,
man. I don't know. Let's see here. I'm looking at our conversation.
We've got our old standby of Demolition Man versus Judge Dredd. What else have we talked about? We talked about maybe doing Snakes on a Plane versus Anaconda.
Oh, that's a good one.
Giant animal action.
What do you guys think out there? Anybody? Indiana Jones versus Romancing the Stone. Just kidding.
No, it was Indiana Jones versus Pootie Tang. Remember that?
Oh yeah, Pootie. There's CB4 versus who's the other one? Have you ever seen Fear of a Black Hat?
I have not.
It's a crazy. It's kind of like a Spinal Tap, but it's kind of like CB4, sort of in a weird way. The Cave versus The Descent.
I've never seen The Cave. The Descent is amazing though. The second one, not so much, but the first one's awesome.
Oh, I thought that was The Decent. Just kidding. Oh, I thought that was dessert, not desert.
And what else? So we got some. Well, we got scary movies coming up in October. What else? This is now September is a dump month. We could do two of the biggest movie flops in history, since September is a dump month.
What were the biggest movie flops in history?
I don't know. Waterworld.
Oh yeah,
Battlefield Earth. What's another?
Let's see here.
It's not like we got a Google machine in front of our face. Ooh, that's a good one, Bobby.
Mars Attacks for Killer Tomatoes.
That's a good one.
we said Booty Tang versus Rambo.
Yeah, and I was like, no, it's got to be versus Indiana Jones because that whip action.
Oh, that's what it was. 'Gee whiz.
70 biggest movie flops of all time. Transformers movie, another Transformers movie, the Chips movie.
Oh God, I
Tom
don't want to
Cruise.
watch.
No,
I don't
no,
watch
I'm not.
Chips ever.
The Tom Cruise Mummy movie.
My brain will explode if I watch Chips.
After Earth. Cats. If we could watch the original version of Cats, I'd be down, where they're all like glitching and stuff. First Man. Waterworld, of course.
Uh-huh.
They've got Black Widow on here. That's weird. Oh, because of the double release. Doolittle. Dark Tower.
Uh-huh.
Steel, baby. Yeah, with Shaq. The Hellboy remake, which I wanted to see. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near as good, but
Oh, didn't we say something about? Didn't we say something about He-Man versus something the other day?
Well, we were going to, but we were saving that. We were thinking about doing Masters of the Universe versus Willow, but closer to when the Willow series comes
That's
out.
what it was.
Red Planet.
What about
the Wolf? We could do the Tom Cruise Mummy remake versus the Wolfman remake because they both were flops for Universal's cinematic or Monster Verse or whatever.
Oh, Tom Cruise Mummy remake versus what?
The Wolfman remake for no Dark. Yeah, Universal had the Dark Universe, the Monster versus Godzilla. Remember they were going to make a whole cinematic universe with their classic Universal monsters.
Oh yeah, the Munsters.
No, is that out yet? We could do that versus.
I don't know. I don't know. There's. Oh, I also need to see Clerks 3. Clerks 3 is in the theater now. Did you get into the Clerks stuff much?
Yeah, not really.
Black
Hats on. Did you just say Black Hat?
Fear of a Black Hat.
Oh.
Oh,
The Great
boy.
Raid. That's a good movie.
The what?
It was a flop. The Great Raid. It's a but it was a flop. But it's
I
a really
forgot
good
about
movie.
Nacho Libre. That's another funny one.
That's a good one. That's from the same director of Napoleon Dynamite, and it's like the funniest straight up PG movie that I've ever seen. Like I've never laughed so much at a movie that was just PG. So
it's pretty good.
Yeah, we could do Nacho versus something versus. Let me think. I'm sure there's a boxing comedy out there. There's definitely some more wrestling comedies out there, but
Oh, that one with David Arquette.
what one?
There was some movie where it's not good.
Yeah.
I keep thinking of oh, here we go. We got we're not doing that. Let's see here.
Jupiter Ascending is one of the biggest flops.
That was a garbage movie too. It's not good. I'd rather watch Jupiter's Legacy.
Oh wow!
Just kidding.
R.I.P.D's on there, but we've already covered that guy.
Yikes!
The Green Lantern's on there. Green Lantern versus Steel. We could do that.
I think I heard somewhere that they're gonna continue the R.I.P.D. They're gonna, but I don't think it's gonna be the same cast, but they're gonna continue that franchise. I'm like, jeez, dude.
I mean, I can see it working, but yeah.
Yeah, no. Trash. It's trash.
Like it's like we were like it's basically Men in Black with ghosts. Like you could make that franchise work.
It's called Ghostbusters. There's ghosts. You call some people.
Right. Yeah. Who wouldn't want to see, like just rip it off again. Like
I don't want to see that.
Battlefield Earth, The Postman. I'm just naming flops, by the way. That's all
Oh yeah. So, guys, I think we're just gonna have to figure it out and let you know later on social media because we're just dragging this stream on.
People like watching us say random things.
Yeah, guys, we like watching you just stare at
stare blankly at the screen and
Yeah.
say movie names. The Alamo was a flop? I guess it was. Look at that. Wow.
Did you see it in the theater?
Yeah.
I
don't know if I
in the
saw it.
theater.
I think maybe I did. I don't know. I can't remember if I did or not. I definitely saw it. But
Let's see here.
oh, we did talk about, what did we talk about? Pandorum versus something a while back. Because you hadn't seen Pandorum, right?
No, I've never seen that.
That's such a good sci-fi movie.
Yes, sir. Moonfall. I never saw Moonfall either. I don't
No,
know
we
how
have not
crappy
seen
that
Moonfall.
is. That's on HBO.
The Lone Ranger. That was a big flop. Oh, you know what I was thinking? Dude, you know what I want?
What?
I was thinking I want to do Ghost Dog versus The Last Samurai. Ghost Dog, The Way of the Samurai versus The Last Samurai.
Have you seen Ghost Dog?
I own Ghost Dog.
I've never seen that movie.
Oh, it's amazing. Forrest Whitaker.
And is he actually a samurai?
Yeah.
And
have you seen The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise?
Yeah, he's a samurai. He's the last samurai. Yeah. So we could say that Forrest Whitaker.
Think he was.
Yeah.
Until you see Ghost Dog.
So Forrest Whitaker and Tom Cruise both culturally appropriate in their movies.
Very much so.
Yeah.
But
both.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah. And they both claim to be the last samurai.
I'm in.
Well, Forrest Whitaker.
I'm in, dude. Let's do that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so great.
Ghost Dog and
versus The Last Samurai.
I'm in. Let's do it. I like the cast. I like Forrest Whitaker. I enjoy Tom Cruise. It's not very often I get you to watch a Tom Cruise movie.
What made me think of it was after watching Rogue One, I was like, damn, I need some more Forrest Whitaker. And
yeah.
Like, oh,
Forrest Whitaker's badass. Yeah. And then
and he was barely in that. And I was like, I need more.
Yeah, and I keep wanting to figure out what to do for the movie. I can't think of it. It's with the. I'm having a brain fart. Where Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt keep dying over and over again.
Live, Die, Repeat.
Yeah, Live, Die, Repeat. They have like 4 names to that movie. Yeah, I want an excuse to watch that because that's a good. We don't, not this week. We'll do Ghost Dog versus The Last Samurai, but there's so many. There's Groundhog Day, and then there's several movies that do the repeat thing that we could have fun with that. I've been wanting to do that for a long time. I don't know necessarily that I want to watch Groundhog Day.
I mean, I do. I watch it every year on Groundhog Day.
Yeah,
but I haven't seen that one, but comparing it to that would be.
It'll be fun because it's kind of the same concept. And there's another movie I think that's got Frank Grillo in it. It's on Hulu. That's a repeat.
Same idea.
He dies and keeps coming back. And
Time Crimes. Time Crimes does that.
Yeah,
it's a good movie.
I think what's his name? I think like Michael Keaton's in it. Maybe it's got like some villain or
Frank Grillo and Michael Keaton.
Yeah, or Frank Grillo and like Bruce Willis. It's like somebody that you like respect who's been, but you know what I mean. That's in there too. So,
okay, yeah, we'll look at that.
We'll look that up and let's see here. We'll look it up now because we've run this stream into the ground. Might as well just waste it. Might as well just waste everybody's time.
Welcome to Clint and Curtis. Google stuff. Google stuff. Movies like Live, Die, Repeat.
I think it's called Boss Level. It's Mel Gibson. That's who it is. It's Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson and Frank Grillo called on Boss Level.
Yeah.
Edge of Tomorrow is the other name for Liv Tyler.
Edge of Tomorrow. Yeah, those are those are two repeater movies, repeater action flicks.
Okay, like that one too. But you already said yes to Ghost Dog, so
Yeah, we're doing Last Samurai versus Ghost Dog. It's happening. So that's next week.
Okay.
I haven't seen this boss level movie.
Nor have I.
Yeah, so we can do that, or we can do Groundhog Day, whichever you want.
No, I think I haven't seen Boss Level either, so that would be
That'd be fun to see a new movie.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then plus just tonally, it's whatever it is, it's got to be closer to.
When we get to that's the fun part is when it's not close to, but it is because
Well,
they keep learning from their mistakes. So we'll do boss level versus the what did you call it? I forgot.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow. Thank you. My brain is toast. I've been up all day. We'll do those two versus each other, and also do a academic comparison to Groundhog Day when we do those.
The forefather.
Yeah.
Of both. Okay,
Yeah.
I like that.
So we'll do that.
Triple threat.
An academic comparison. That's when we talk smart about things. That's what I call that.
All right.
You're like,
We could do
cool, man. John Wayne in the Alamo? No, the other one that's got Dennis Quaid.
Yeah, the one. I think that one was successful. The other one, with Dennis Quaid and Billy Bob Thornton was apparently a flop.
Yep. Last Samurai versus Ghost. Last Samurai versus Ghost Dog.
Ghost Dog,
Yes. This is going to be a good time.
Ghost Dog's one of those films that just flies under the radar, and it's so good. Like a lot of people haven't seen it.
I never saw it, so I'm excited about that. Cool. Well, hell yeah, man. Well, guys at home, thanks for hanging out for 30 minutes longer than you had to, while we just piddle around in our theater here with the disco ball and all of our glory.
Fair enough. That's why it was a flop, Bobby. There is no other Alamo other than the John Wayne one. That's why the other one didn't work.
Who wants to hear the dog talk? Anybody? All right.
Chloe the talking dog. Into with Van Damme. Yeah, we have not. Yeah, we haven't. Ethan's been screwing around all night. We haven't seen him or Van Damme.
I figure while we're wasting everyone's time, we might as well have the dog say hello. Come on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Chloe. Oh, hello. Oh, yeah? What have you been up to, Chloe? Yeah? Did you clean the kitchen? Uh-huh. Okay, well, what else did you do?
Oh, really?
Oh, man.
He beats you? When?
And
Why?
Then
And he never feeds you? Oh, my gosh.
Man, you're so weird, Chloe. You're so weird. Uh-huh. So, are you okay with Ghost Dog next week? Are you Okay, all right. Does it offend you that there's not actually a dog in Ghost Dog?
She's just still sad that Sharknado lost. It's okay, Chloe.
Oh, man. Oh! Okay. She's fucking weird. Sorry, guys. All right.
EJ's got a good one, too. John Carter versus the Lone Ranger. Two big Disney flops.
Ooh.
That'd be good. And on two
Ghost Dog versus Ghost Dad.
That's a good, but that's a good one too, because it's like, how do you screw up those franchises? Like, it's the Lone Ranger. It's the freaking Lone Ranger. How do you get that wrong?
The
And then
Lone
John Carter is like
got
one of the best book series of all time.
Lone Ranger's got Army Hammer in it. He's kind of canceled. Can't probably
I
shouldn't.
don't even know who that is. I don't know.
Army Hammer. He's a guy from the social network.
I mean, I've seen that movie, but I don't remember anybody besides
And
Eisenberg.
he's on the Orient. What is it? Escape from the Orient Express or whatever the Orient Express movie. He's in the Lone Ranger with Johnny Depp as Tonto.
I never got around to seeing it.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. So
basically, I don't know. There's a bunch of personal relationship stuff, and then there was something that insinuated he like wanted to eat like cannibalism or some weird shit. Anyway, we don't need to talk about that. Yeah, weird freaky stuff. So we're gonna move past that because we don't want to talk about baking soda. So all right, this was way before. Yeah, I know it was way before it was Ghost Dad versus Ghost Mom. That's not even a thing.
I'm sure that movie exists.
Ghost Mom. Oh,
yeah,
we're saving this for December, but we got Jack Frost versus Jack Frost. That's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be insane.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. So awesome. If you guys get any requests, man, let us know. So we don't have to sit here for 30 minutes after the show's over, wasting everybody's time. Even
naming random movies.
Yeah, and making the dog talk. Oh man.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
So
I think
get ready, folks.
Get ready for
your
what's
homework.
probably the worst entertainment, the worst non-entertaining show on the internet. Get ready for
Clint and Curtis Google stuff
versus.
You need to get Chloe on that echo chamber.
Hell no.
Michael Keaton, Jack Frost versus the other Jack Frost. Yes, we're going to do that around Christmas time.
Careful. Oop, that's wrong. Yeah, hello? No, I'm just playing with my toys here. There we go. There we go. Hello. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Careful not to... Yep. All right. All right, gang. But we love it. Jack Frost versus Jack Frost. Two great movies, man.
Yes. Basically remakes of one another.
Oh, yes. Oh, boy. I keep... I'm got IMDb window pulled up here on my screen, and there's like trailers just happening nonstop, and I'm like trying to talk, and I'm like, "Oh, I've never seen that. What's the name of that movie?" It's very distracting. Somebody who likes like squirrels, like I do.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. No, seriously, what's the name of this movie? Definitely a remake. What is
They say Jack Frost versus Jack Frost.
No, I know. What does GN mean? Does this mean go now? You're telling us to go? Go now. All right. I guess we got to go. For Mel. Go now. In a world.
And we get to think of something that can go up against Thanksgiving for Thanksgiving.
Thanks.
All right.
Chicken Run versus like turkey something. Thanks.
I don't know. There aren't that many Thanksgiving movies. Period. So. Oh, well, thank you. Good night to you as well, Mel. Sweet dreams.
Good
Good
night.
night. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go.
Bo, 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 bo. Keep singing. I got this.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to.
All right, that was fun. Well, sweet guys. I guess
So
we'll,
this will be on our best of reel. Just so you know. So if you missed it, well,
yeah, we're gonna get rid of the show. We're just gonna have the ending. And we're gonna leave edit out the all the early stuff. Happy birthday to my fiance. Happy birthday, fiance.
yes, Mel's Finance is obviously good people. So happy birthday.
Hell yeah. Happy birthday to your financer. Oh, I can't read. I never learned to read.
That's my finance.
That's awesome. That's really a nice thing.
Yeah.
I'm glad you have a special person that you like. I'm glad you found somebody who can handle you for being you. I haven't found that person yet. Nobody can handle this. They can't deal with all this. They're like, man. So
there's a shirt for you. You could say that you can't deal with all of Sith.
You can't handle Sith. Yeah. Could somebody take the effects out of Clint's hands again? Jeez, he's just rambling, talking mad crap. No, but no, that's really cool. That's really nice. That always makes me happy when I have a lot of friends who've recently got married too, and that always makes me happy. So that's really cool. Good.
And you're right. Whenever you're looking for love, it runs screaming away from you, and then when you're not looking, it's like bam and punches you in the face.
Yeah, right square in the face. So coming out of the pandemic, this has been a period where people were like, I can't stand you because everybody was cooped up together for so long. So the fact that you found a special person that you can handle, that is a very good sign. So good.
That's absolutely true.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, cool. Well, you guys in the chat, we appreciate you guys tuning in every week and hanging out with us and, putting up with our shenanigans. So next week, Ghost Dog versus
The Last Samurai.
The Last Samurai. Bam. There you go. Should be a good time, and we will see you guys soon. The winner and champion of tonight's versus, Rogue One. Be sure
we
to
already know it won.
We know Rogue won. Rogue won. Rogue One. One. Rogue One. Somebody take the controls away from Clint. Jesus. Guys.
We love you all. Have a good, wonderful evening.